Did Jungkook just hint at a romantic relationship? That night felt different. Without a big announcement, without a dramatic teaser, Jungkook suddenly appeared in a live broadcast that instantly made millions of ARMYs thump. Usually he comes with a light laugh and sweet jokes, but this time his eyes seemed deeper, warmer, but also full of inexplicable emotions. From the beginning of the broadcast, there was an unusual aura. He spoke quietly, choosing his words carefully, as if every sentence held a hidden meaning. When a fan asks about happiness and love, Jungkook is silent for a moment. Her small smile appeared, not a big smile full of energy as usual, but a soft smile that felt personal. "I just want to live honestly with my feelings," she said softly. That simple sentence immediately invited thousands of speculations. Is it just a reflection of yourself? Or is it a gesture about someone who is now filling his heart? Several moments in the broadcast made the atmosphere even more emotional. Jungkook stared at the screen for quite a long time, reading the ARMY's messages that flooded the comment column. His gaze looked teary. He admitted that lately he has been reflecting more on the meaning of relationships, not only as an idol but as an ordinary human being who also wants to be loved and loved sincerely. The ARMY was divided. Some believe he is giving a subtle code about the romantic relationship he may be in. There are also those who feel that it is just an expression of the maturity of a man who grows up in front of millions of eyes around the world. But one thing is for sure, the broadcast felt more intimate than usual. It's as if Jungkook is opening the door to his heart a little, enough to make everyone curious, but not completely letting anyone in. Interestingly, Jungkook also mentioned that he learned a lot about love from life experiences and from the people around him, including the members of BTS. He said that love doesn't always have to be announced grandiosely. Sometimes, love just needs to be felt and kept quiet. The sentence immediately became trending. Felt and guarded calmly. Was that Jungkook's way of telling the world that there was someone he was now protecting? Or was he talking about love in a broader sense about family, friendship, and of course ARMY? At the end of the broadcast, the atmosphere became even more emotional. Jungkook thanked ARMY for always supporting him, no matter what his decisions and future paths were. He asked fans to keep believing in him. His tone was soft, yet full of confidence. There is maturity that feels different, more mature, calmer, and somehow more romantic. The live broadcast ended without any confirmation. There was no recognition, no name mentioned. But precisely because of that, curiosity is growing. Jungkook never said he was in a relationship, but he also didn't rule out the possibility that his heart might be anchored right now. Was this the beginning of a new chapter in his life? Or is it just a moment of reflection of a man growing up and learning about love? What is clear is that the emotional broadcast managed to make ARMY speechless, smiling, and wondering at the same time. And perhaps that's where the charm lies. Jungkook doesn't need to announce anything to make the world fall in love again. Just one gentle look and a simple sentence that hangs in the air, leaving hope and a million questions. Speculation got wilder after the broadcast ended. Snippets of the video began to circulate on various platforms, showing Jungkook's expression that was considered different than usual. There was a moment when he chuckled as he looked down, as if he was remembering something that warmed his heart. There were also moments when he bit his lip gently before answering questions about personal happiness. For some, it's just an ordinary gesture. But for ARMY, who has known him for a long time, such a small change feels very meaningful. What makes the atmosphere even more romantic is the way Jungkook talks about the future. He said he wanted to be someone who could provide a sense of security for the people he cared about. The sentence sounded simple, but it was spoken in such a sincere tone. It was as if he was not only speaking as an idol standing on a magnificent stage, but as a man who was thinking seriously about love. Many fans began to associate his statement with his long journey with BTS. Growing up under the camera's spotlight since adolescence certainly made her rarely have a personal space. If there is indeed someone who is now close to him, maybe he just wants to keep him away from the public hustle. Isn't that the most tender form of love? Protecting without showing off? But on the other hand, some armies feel that he is not referring to a particular romantic relationship, but rather a change in the way he views life. Jungkook looks more reflective, more aware of the value of simple happiness. It could be that the cue that fans catch is actually a sign of maturity. He no longer speaks like a turbulent young man, but like someone who understands that love is not just about flowering, but also about responsibility and commitment. But still, there are small details that are hard to ignore. The way he smiles when he reads certain comments. The way his voice trembled slightly as he thanked him for his unconditional support. Even when he said, "I want you to stay by my side no matter what." Many felt that the sentence had a deeper meaning, as if he was preparing the army for something he wasn't ready to say. Perhaps that was the biggest attraction of the night, the gentle mystery. Jungkook has never directly stated that he is in love, but the emotional atmosphere created makes many people feel it. Like a ballad that doesn't mention a name, but everyone knows that it's meant for someone special. And if there is indeed a figure who now fills his heart, whoever it must be very lucky. Because from the way he spoke that night, it was clear that Jungkook loved with all his heart. He is not a half-hearted type. When he chooses to guard, he will guard calmly. When he chooses to love, he will love deeply. To date, there has been no confirmation whatsoever. No photos, no official statements. Just one live broadcast full of emotion and a million interpretations. But sometimes, love doesn't need to be announced to feel real. Sometimes it is enough with one sentence spoken slowly, one look longer than usual, and one night that makes millions of hearts flutter. Is Jungkook really hinting about his romantic relationship? Or just reveal a little bit of his deepest side as a growing man? The answer may still be hidden. But one thing is certain. That night, he made the world believe again that love, in any form, is always beautiful when spoken with honesty. In the end, it might not have been about whether Jungkook was actually in a relationship. Perhaps the most touching thing about that night was his courage to show the most honest side of himself. Vulnerable, warm, and full of feeling. Amidst the glitz and glamour of the entertainment world and the ever-increasing expectations, he chose to speak from the heart.